AJ struggled out of the gate with some early walks, resulting in 2 runs in the first, and then he really settled down and put up zeros till the 6th inning on the solo home run. Threw 125 pitches, battled right to the end, and on the offensive side of things, we didn't have a lot of base runners throughout the game. Their pitcher really mixed speeds very well.
How much is AJ right now kind of beating himself with the walks? I mean, his ERA is above 6, and it seems like he's digging holes early every game.
Yeah, he did tonight early with the walks, and then he found the strike zone. He just wasn't in the strike zone right from the bullpen. Warmed up good, but then found the groove and settled in.
Since the All-Star break, his ERA is over 6. What have you seen differently from him since the All-Star break versus the beginning of the year?
I think the walks have something to do with it. Base runners. I would say his stuff is still. I think his stuff is still good. Still has a good breaking pitch. He still has his velocity. So I would say it's. I'd say more of the execution of working ahead in the hitters.
Is it one pitch that's getting him in trouble? Is it a mechanical thing that he just needs to work through? Or, I mean, how concerned are you that, it's something that's kind of been lingering for him, the walks?
Yeah, well, he has been working on those things. He's been talking with Bob McClure about it, and more about focusing on working ahead in the count of the hitters and then expanding.
How's his health, that hernia thing?
It's fine.
He's never complained about it?
No, he hadn't complained about that at all. And like I say, he shows his good velocity, his good stuff. But it's just putting together through a whole outing.
Before I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, early in the year he had talked about shortening his stride because of that. Do you think he's gotten away from that a little bit at this point?
I don't think so, because that's where he has to be. That's where he's been, and yeah, I don't think that's an issue at all.
Before the 9th inning, your outfielders were 0 for 10 with 6 strikeouts. How important is it going to be next year to get consistent production from your outfield on a night-to-night basis?
Consistent offense throughout the lineup. I mean, that's important. On a night like tonight, it's a pitcher we haven't seen. He was really a master of mixing up his pitches and changing speeds. He was throwing a curveball 3 or 4 different speeds. It was really hard to gauge in on him, and but as far as going forward, consistent offense is important.
You could have a few open rotation spots going into spring training, at least going into the off season with some free agents and stuff like that. The fact that AJ could be coming back next year, is his recent performance over the last several weeks, is that concerning to you? When you think about what you might have going into next year in terms of a rotation? Like I said, his stuff is good. For him to work on putting things together and coming back for us next year, the way that he throws and the ways he's held his stuff throughout the season, he'd be a candidate.